Hello there everyone, this is Mark 3 and welcome back to FTD ToBA, the one boaty adventure. Or that one boaty adventure. Oh, it was only a matter of time before I messed that title up, wasn't it? Oh dear. But yes, welcome to an adventure in a boat. And only a boat. I won't be taking to the skies unless completely by accident. And so far I have managed to avoid doing so, you know, don't expect this boat to start flying anytime soon. In theory, anyway. Oh, well. In this episode, I'm hoping to do a whole bunch of improvements to this particular craft, and I was heading towards that one, so somehow I've got turned around. Not entirely sure how that happened. But there's a bunch of improvements on the to-do list. I'm hoping to increase my number of lasers. Well, that's actually really easy to do, isn't it? I just slap on some extra lasers. Yay! I'm going to do what has been mentioned as a growing concern. Not just by me, but by people in the comments as well, which is the fact that this craft does not have adequate detection systems for its automatic guns. So, you know, I'm going to add some more sensors. I have a plan for that one, by the by, but I've just not got around to implementing it. It's high time that I did. Being able to detect things is quite useful, supposedly. And my detection system has been kind of lacking since the very start, to be quite honest. It's even worse now as the craft grows larger. Anyway, and lastly, with my available resources, I'm hoping to replace my primary offensive armament, namely that 200mm Gatling cannon, and probably that sub-Gatling on the front as well. Yeah, I know. I said episodes ago that I built that 200mm Gatling specifically for this craft, and it was like, let's slap it into DAC Adventure, the other adventure series I was running. But the problem is that wasn't DAC Adventure at the time, and it has become DAC Adventure since then, so that is where all the DACA is. This craft seems to turn to the left ever so slowly as it moves. I need to check my propellers and make sure everything's working properly. But yeah, that has become DAC Adventure, so they get all the DACA. This is ToBA, and so to help differentiate words. To help differentiate the series a little bit further, I am going to be stripping out the super rapid fire weaponry from ToBA. Don't get me wrong, there's still going to be some pretty fast firing weaponry available, but it is going to be a case of I'm going to turn this more into a battleship style craft with still fairly decent fire rate weaponry, but overall slower. Let's put it that way. And 150 meters, let's get the autopilot in on this. So not 150 meters, 150 angle. So it's a long way away though. Oh, it's over there. All right. Yeah, I'm wandering around just scrimping and scraping for scraps at this point. But hey, that's nothing new in adventure mode, is it? Anyway, let's start on my first thing. I want to see if I can get a cruise control into this craft. I've been wanting one for like the last 2 or 3 episodes, though I haven't mentioned it. I think it should be pretty easy to do. I just need to make sure I can toggle it on and off so I can stop the craft from going forward at full throttle. Okay, I had a little hostile contact, so I wondered what it was. It turns out it's a hummingbird, which I believe is a Steel Legion, if I recall what I was told in yesterday's DACA stream. Honestly, that was the first time I saw it yesterday, and now I've seen it twice in as many days. It's like, yay. But basically, this is just a big metal double balloon wandering around. Wait, not Steel Legion? Oh, I don't know. Steel Striders? It's something steel, okay? Something steel. Anyway, I should also mention that I've got the drive maintainer set in here now. I thought I'd need ACBs for this, but turns out it's got its own complex control GUI. Primary drive, which I've configured all of my onboard propellers to use. So it should... Well, now the question is, if I hit the downwards, does it run in reverse? Oh, wait, no. I'd have to rig it separately. Right. Okay, so that functions as an on-off switch. Let's actually... What the heck is this? Oh, it's the AI is acting drunk again. Part of the reason why I want to drive maintainer, so that I can actually get this thing on cruise control and it'll just go forwards without me having to keep holding down the button, because whenever I switch to a different control or press something else, it's quite frequent that my craft suddenly stops because I'm in the middle of doing something. So just the ability to keep it going forwards, I think, is what's required. Also, I checked to see why my craft was listing, and I couldn't find a reason. Yep, the enemy is within 5 kilometers, according to the warning lights. Now, if I hit O... No, oh, I've got to hold O to set it to full throttle. Okay, so it's variable speed as well. I see. Right, that's maintaining it full forwards. Now, if I hold L, does it stop and go into reverse, or does it just stop? Oh, it actually just stops. No, it goes into full reverse as well. Well, that's annoying. Right. There's got to be some way to fix that. Like, you can't go into reverse, you naughty thing. Can an ACB affect an autocontroller? Propulsion, no, that's control, no. Is there a drive maintainer function on this? Desired speed, set air and water speed to 0. Okay, so if I rig that one to the same reverse thing, so that I'm using the controls I use for my some of my altitude control in the other adventure. Don't really need it, but you know. So I press that, then I tap that. It does not affect the drive maintainer, right? But if I take out the drive maintainer and then press it, oh, the drive maintainer signal is apparently still going on. Okay. Desired speed set to... Okay. If I get you, set you to the other one, set desired speed to... What's desired speed? Set desired speed, water and air speed set to full throttle. Right. Now, I need to get the drive maintainer out again, because this is a little bit convoluted. I wish I could do it reliably with the drive maintainer. Okay, let's actually get this thing down to 0. Hey, why are you not working? Oh, wait, no. Yeah, I want to do in reverse, darn it. Oh. That thing has actually wandered into the near while I'm trying to work this out. Darn it. I just want to set my speed to 0. Is that too much to ask? Yeah, because now I'm jammed in reverse because of the drive maintainer. Oh, jeez. Oh, well, at least that Steel Legion balloon's... Again, I'm saying Steel Legion. I'm not sure if that's correct. Okay, let's get... Oh, that was a missile storm. Yep, that guy's going to die. I'm sorry, normally I'd show the fight a bit better than this, but I'm trying to work out my flipping problems with drives at the moment. Yeah, I do believe it is a tiny bit dead. Why are you not able to set to 0? Come on. This is not... Ah. This is boring to watch, so I'll skip ahead and just keep doing this because it's like, yeah, it's not working properly. Ugh. Okay, that took a little while to do, and I've also realised finally what's causing me to list to the left when I'm going full forward. It's because of how I copy-pasted these things to... Yeah, it's these hydrofoils. The noses of them are actually slightly uneven. I know, it's a strange thing to find, isn't it? But, yeah, apparently I didn't create them equally, which is odd to say the least. But they are lopsided, and so it is creating drag on one side of the craft compared to the other. So that was just an error in the original construction, basically. So a bit of a whoopsie moment there, but apparently this thing was not actually perfect when I made it. It's been a bit flawed from the word go. No wonder it's been having a couple of issues. Then again, me, Iron Mark III, make vehicle perfectly first try. Yeah, no, that's not a thing. Oh, at least I know why I'm turning, so I can fix it. Oh no, my doom approaches once more. It's not just a Vanguard, it's a retrofitted Vanguard. OMG. Yeah. I like how whenever I see a small craft coming, it's like, I'm doomed. I just love being sarcastic sometimes, you know. I mean, fair knocks to the little guy. They are actually pretty powerful for the size. Actually, no, they're not. Never mind. I was just being charitable. They're not actually very well armed at all. And so ends that Vanguard in a volley of accurate, rapid-fire Gatling shells. Yep, already dead. That cannon's brutal against little guys. Oh my. It's always the case, isn't it? Something sneaks up on you when you're trying to do something. In this case, we've got a Scarlet Dawn Raider. However, it just got blasted by the particle cannon, so... we're going to see what this does. Hopefully the particle cannon is going to do some nasty things to it, but it depends, of course, on my battery hitting full charge before it can fire. So, there is that. However, I can take manual control of it. Oh, it's dead. Never mind. Yay, resources! Also, you can see what I'm in the middle of doing right now. I'm tired of the turning force being a bit low, so what I'm doing is... Ooh, that was a big explosion in the missile rack. That area needs more armor. Very much so. What I've done is I am actually mounting jets for increased turning force. I've got a bank of 4 at the front here, and I'm going to add a bank of 4 at the back as well. But even with just the 4 at the front, its turning is greatly improved already. So, yeah, more maneuverability. It's been needing a bit more for a while now, I've got to admit that. Well, I did say I wouldn't go airborne unless it's by accident. This thing loves to roll now. Because the rear turning thrusters are actually mounted kind of a lot higher up. Look at it roll. Okay, I think this craft is a tiny bit unstable now when it's turning. Unfortunately, I think it causes actually this large rudder is as much a cause as anything else because it's now completely misangled through all this. So I'm actually going to sever it. Goodbye, big rudder. Yep, that's helped. A bit. It's just the sheer turning force of the jets, really. I think it needs stability thrusters, at least for the time being, to just keep it, you know, not doing this. Oh my. I think the AI is confused as well. Oh dear. You, Mr. Boat, which I've just realised doesn't actually have a name yet, so I should probably start asking for that in the comments. You, Mr. Boat, are very, very drunk, aren't you? Yes, you are. Oh dear. I think as a temporary measure, some PID stabilisation is called for. Really? Again? Huh. Well, now I've got another one of these things. I never see them, and then this week I've seen 3 already. What the heck's going on? This is... Well, to be fair, it's kind of odd, but you know. It'll get knocked out the air sooner or later. Actually, let's go ahead and turn the particle cannon on it. Hello! Can I lock onto you, please? Oh, it's actually still a fair distance away. Never mind, the particle cannon just engaged anyway. Sure. I do believe you, sir, are dead. And you can also see that all the control towers coming along as well. Quite nicely, I think. Well, here we are again, but just figured this was, well, there was a request ages back that I try to include more of the building process thing as I go. So I figured, hey, let's do that here. Yes. For the moment, my resources are almost gone, but I can show off what I've been doing. So yeah, as you can tell, I've invested like 20,000 resources plus right now. Let's see, I need some air pumps. Where's the mirror? The middle of the ship is like here. Okay, let's pump out this middle bit. And pump out the 2 side sections I've just put in too. And because I can't afford to fully do this thing right now, I don't think. Let's pump out this section too. Yep, there we go. That's no breaches. Okay, right, that's fine. Right, that'll help with the floating. But yay, it's dark, which is great for showing things off. As you can see, the shape of the craft is changing fairly considerably right now. I've taken those side parts, which I'm starting to do. I mentioned I was thickening out the base of the craft back here, and it has stretched back into these large platform-like areas, which you just saw me filling with air to get it floating again. So, you know, this shape is floating, sort of. It's going to keep on going. It's going to keep on adding armor and stuff like that. But right now, that's the basic shape of that part, for now, done. As usual, it's like... Whoops. Don't know why that happened. And apparently going underwater is currently bugged. Well, but that's great. Okay. But yeah, the underside is a single layer of wood, just like it is on the forward section of the ship, because this is, again, meant to grow deeper as well. It's just getting a lot wider right now for stability reasons. Though this craft seems to be having a fun time trying to move around as it is. I've not even got to the weapon systems. I've already spent all my resources. It's like, yay. Anyway, the other thing I've done is I've set the base out at least to put in the detector systems, which is like that. So as you can see, the central tower is starting to appear quite nicely. It is going to be long and thick along here, so there's some good internal space there. It gets shorter as it goes taller, and then at the top it's going to have a control room style thing up here. I won't actually be sitting up here, by the way, because it's kind of vulnerable, so this is more of an aesthetic choice than anything else. And that's where I'm going to have what looks like the bridge of the place, like up here, commanding view of the entire thing, like Imperial inspired sort of appearance kind of thing. So yeah, that looks pretty good, I think, or it will. But it also gives a nice, very high vantage point for mounting detection gear and stuff as well. So the primary detection gear will be fitted up here too, where it's got massive panoramic views of everything. Unfortunately, this is going to wait on this section getting a bit more complete, and on me finding some more resources, so... Oh, the AI is bugging up again. Right. Come on, we've got this resource patch over here I want you to go and find, please. Though, unfortunately, the increase in sheer weight means that the hydrofoils require an upgrade as well. Because right now the hydrofoils are not built for the shape of the craft, so it needs more lift in the back. As you can see, it's kind of dragging its tail end in the water just a tiny bit. Still, the boat is continuing to grow, which is quite nice, I think. I'm seem to be struggling a little bit in just, you know, getting this done, kind of thing. So, yeah, I'm running a bit short on time right now. That's my big issue, because I'm still building and doing stuff. So, as a result of that, this episode might be slightly short, you know, in comparison to a normal ToBA one. It might be about 25 minutes rather than 30 minutes, but it's a lot of it's been not much happening and me hunting for resources. So there's not exactly much to put out, to be quite fair. Right now I've built up a few thousand resources, so I am putting together my first heavy hydrofoil. Until now the hydrofoils have been like, well, until now the hydrofoils have been one thick and relatively lightweight in comparison to a lot of the other stuff. But now I'm ramping this thing up to full throttle, like this. It's fully rounded out. It's 3 thick, so you know it's got a lot more going on with it. It's going to pack in more hydrofoils. It's going to pack in 6 propellers at the back instead of 3, and stuff like that. So it's twice as powerful, provides 3 times as much lift. Well, actually more than 3 times because it's longer as well. Like 3.5 to 4 times the lift and stuff like that. And these are mounted at the back, of course, because this is the back of the craft, so this is where it's truly needed. I've also made sure to use local symmetry this time, so it's not off-center like before. Ooh, there's something over there, which is firing at us. Okay, sure. Something that over there is firing at us. I'll keep working on this, at least for the moment. Actually, I should probably try and do something about that craft, because it's firing something explosive at us, I believe. Come on, let's get into motion. Yep, it's doing long-range shelling, so it's got to be something relatively heavy. I seem to be a bit out of range, though, for it. Hang on. Yeah, as you can see, I've also been using resources to start upgrading my detection gear. It's a work in progress. I'll show you in a little bit on that one. What are you? Actually, don't look... Oh, are you a marauder? Hello, marauder. How are you? Yes, it's a marauder. Not seen one of you in quite a while, actually. Yeah, you can see I've got a distinctive silhouette on the horizon nowadays. So... Oh dear, there goes the explosive in the back. Alright. Yeah. Very, very odd little appearance there, I think. Ooh, the particle cannon, I think, needs to be turned down because that was a very bad shot. It wasn't accurate at all at that range. And yet it also fired, so, Yep, ETMPs, Marauder. I don't think I'm going to get around to upgrading my weapon systems. So if you want to see what weapon systems are kind of thing are going to be appearing in FTD ToBA, yeah, that particle cannon is not accurate enough for this kind of range. If you want to see what kind of weapon systems I'm going to put in the turrets, there is my FTD theory stream that went out, I believe it is yesterday, for when this video is going to go up. And it's the theory stream on 2-part turrets, because that's what the style of weapon I'm going to use on this craft, 2-part turret systems. Yeah, look at the shape of this thing though. It's very, very odd, isn't it? And it's going to get odder because I like to make things a bit distinctive these days, and you know, do more in terms of appearance. Yes, yes, it's close enough for the Gatlings. It's got close enough for the point defense lasers even. Oh dear. point defense laser is trying to help out as well. Kind of shows really, doesn't it? I do need to upgrade my weapons because I've only got the at long distances. I've got an inaccurate pack cannon, and I've got the Gatling, the 200mm Gatling, and that's about it. I need more stuff, basically. Oh, is it dead now? Yes, it is dead. Okay, good. And since I'm hurting for time, as I mentioned, just let you despawn. Give me some more material, please. There we go, 1,500. That's good. Should be enough. Right, let's actually get this thing finished. Because I want to... I might as well show it to you guys as I do it. So, let's do that. I actually uncovered another error in the hydrofoils. The other hydrofoils, some of their settings were not limited by range. I think before I actually copied the other hydrofoil pattern out, I didn't actually get the ACBs fully configured properly. I think I moved them and then forgot to reset the distance. So there were some ACBs affecting hydrofoil pitch all over the craft, and I think that's part of the reason why I've been having some trouble with my steering. Because when one side was getting too high and trying to correct itself, it was just correcting all ACBs full stop. So all hydrofoils on the entire craft. So not quite what was wanted, you know? Let's see now. I want the ACBs to be at the front here. Like, well, actually in the middle, not the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. About 20 is going to be good for these two. And as you can see, I've got this double rank of propellers at the back. So this thing is going to have a nice bit of kick to it. I might have to look at my power system though, see how well that's going to cope with all this. Downslope 4. Oh, that won't fit, of course it won't. Okay, downslope 3 then. Yeah, that's looking pretty nice. Not too bad. And I might as well extend this rank of hydrofoils back a little bit further because I've got a little bit of extra space. You know, more the merrier as far as hydrofoils are concerned, because I need a lot of lift. So these things are really nasty, really big, beefy things. Let's set the effect ranges to 25 just to make sure that they'll affect everything within reach. They'll be affecting these hydrofoils over here as well because of the distance between them. These are very long, narrow things, but that's because of water resistance and all that jazz. So, let's double check the settings on these guys. Set hydrofoil to -1. -1, set it to 0. Sorry, less than, set it to 10. Okay. Okay, altitude. When altitude is greater than, which is I find it. Where is it? I always lose things in this big menu. This thing could use a bit more better sorting. Oh wait, there we go. It's at the top. Greater than -1. Yes. Hydrofoil, set hydrofoil angle to 10. No, less than. There we go. Set it to 10. Altitude, when altitude is greater than -1, hydrofoils reset to 0. There we go. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Let's push the throttle and say, yep, that's perfect. Massive amount of lift there. It is doing very, very wonderfully. This is good, actually. This is going to make me up to episode time, showing you this as I'm working on it. Though, as I mentioned, I tried not to do that, so, you know. Right, capture prefab, white, begin. I need to drop the width down a bit. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. That's a bit too high. Drop it down so I can just get the arms. And then I need enough length to grab the front sections. There we go. That's going to catch it all quite nicely. Yep, that's caught it. Okay. It is mounted like that. So again, these guys will act as stability control as well. Because if we're turning and one side goes up out the water, the other side will just try to correct automatically. Their sides will try to correct themselves automatically. But this is still a really big increase to the block count because of the sheer number of hydrofoils. So, as you can tell from how long it's taking to build it all in. Come on. There we go. Now if I hit forward, yeah, more than enough lift to correct itself. So that's fixed my tail end. Oh, geez, hello. Something isn't happy with me. Come on. Looks like I've got a slight episode overrun here, but that's absolutely fine. That's a lot of projectile coming my way. And as you can see, my shielding does need to be extended as well. So there is that. Come on, return fire, please. Thank you. Some kind of aircraft. But we're also out of resources as well now. Oh, it's trying to... I'm not even sure what it's trying to hit, actually. What even is that? I'm getting a little bit battered by it. Oh, hello, it's a Scarlet Dawn thingy. Hello, Scarlet Dawn thingy. How are you? Oh, it's dropping out of the sky, actually. That's kind of a good sign for me. Yeah, it's just hitting my nose with a volley of EMPs. I don't really care about that. And my EMPs are hitting it head on, so yes. Jolly good. I'm actually getting a bit of lag right now. I think it might be because of the sheer number of hydrofoils, to be quite honest. Either that or it's being caused by this craft, because the frame rate is now suffering. Then again, it could just be because of how long I've been recording. I don't know. Ah, it did damage some of the detector systems. Oh well, that's fine. And you are very much dead. You're a pretty decent little craft, aren't you, Scarlet Dawn? I got told yesterday that these guys are the end game faction or something like that. So there we go. Boom. Ha 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 ha. Salvaged 2,000 material. Good. That'll be enough for repairs. Anyway, you've seen me do these. You know what I'm going to do to the propellers because they aren't actually functional yet. So I'll do that at next time in the next, well, between episodes. Yeah. Last thing to show you is this detection set, which is, I don't have the processing power to run it right now, but this thing provides massive amounts of detection in pretty much all directions. So, you know, it's, yeah, it's got gimbals of all three above water types. It's got 90-degree radars and infrareds. It's got refractors to pick up enemy laser rangefinders. It's got its own laser rangefinders. It's got 360 radar for providing initial detection, and then it's got massive amounts of gimbals, as I said. So these pylons here on top, these sides of this bridge structure which I've got here, which is still very bare bones, but I've got the shape nailed down at least. They provide massive amounts of tracking. So, yeah. If I spot it, these things will lock onto it. I'm quite happy with these, actually. And it gives it that very distinctive appearance we saw a little bit ago. Anyway, I've overrun episode time now. And I think I was worried that I would not reach episode time. Well, that's just how this game works, isn't it? Yeah, I'm out of resources. I've not quite fixed myself up after that attack. Turn off my shields. But yeah, I'm going to have to call the episode there, I'm afraid. And don't worry, Razul, I will auto-adjust all this stuff. But I'm planning to hook this up to a new detection mainframe as well. So, you know, that's going to wait, but I will adjust these things to improve their performance. But until then, this has been Iron Mark 3. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the show, and I'll catch you all some other time. Yeah, see you all later.